We never need an excuse to visit with our friend Rex Hudler. Just so happens the Chiefs are in the Super Bowl. The Royals are building something pretty special, and Rex joins us on the Friday Stove. Hud, you're the best. Good to see you, man.
Maddie and Billy, top of the year to you, man. I can't breathe right now. Out in Fresno, California, making my last rounds to see my family before the championship season starts. Man, am I excited.
You're in Fresburg? Say hi to all the Armenians, man. That's my people have a good, strong foothold there.
Oh, you better believe it. Heck, some of my best buddies in Fresno here that I went to school with, a lot of them, they're great people, Maddie, just like you. I'm not surprised.
Hey, man, so we do have a lot to talk to you about, as it turns out. We don't ever need an excuse, but let's start with the Royals. I mean, you guys have to be excited for what's being built there. Bill and I have been talking about it all week. We've been talking about it all winter. If it was just Seth Lugo, if it was just Waka, that'd be great. Turns out they've done a lot of work to make themselves quite a bit better.
Absolutely. And you know, the key to that, and Ripper, you know this, pitching and defense go hand in hand. And when you have a solid defense behind you, that's been a Royals staple ever since I've been here for 13 years. They really concentrate in that big ballpark at Kauffman. They have good outfielders. They got Kyle Isbell out there in the outfield to be able to handle these sinker ballers. Okay, Seth Lugo, premium two-seam sinker. Waka, he's not going to overpower anybody. So we're going to see a lot of ground balls. But you see the list of these guys that were added. These are ads by veteran guys. How about Adam Frazier to come in? They need some veteran savvy in there, Billy, just like they used you and me late in our career in places to add a little flavor, to add a little spice in that clubhouse, and to add to the product on the field. Now, let me continue to talk about the defense. As we all know, Bobby Witt Jr. is a freak of the shortstop, but Massey going to get a lot of reps, second base. He's really solid. Pasquantino and Salvi probably split the duties over at first base. Not sure about that. But you got Mikhail Garcia, who's played third base last year, was a rookie, had great defensive numbers overall for the season. Plus 13, runs a defensive run save. But nothing got through with Junior and this young kid, Mikhail Garcia. Nothing got through the left side. We got Renfroe in left. This is going to be a really worst to first season.
Woo! Take us through were you a little bit surprised, or did you hear rumblings about the extension for Bobby Witt Jr.? Because I'm sitting here going, okay, I didn't know if Kansas City was going to go out there that far like they did, but I'm awful happy to see it, and I'm assuming you are too, because now you're locked in to see him play every single day now for a long time.
Ripper, it's outstanding for a quality athlete like this kid and a quality human being like Junior, raised properly. I credit Mr. and Mrs. Witt because they he's a ball player. We all know his dad was a 10-year big leaguer. His mom's a quality person. They've raised successful girls, and along with Junior, this kid here has a chance to do a lot for the city. And for him to say, I want to finish my career here in Kansas City and win a World Series for these people, that speaks volumes for the team, the Royals, their organization, what they stand for, the fact that they've treated him like a family member ever since they drafted him 3 years ago. And then to watch him play Junior, I called you Junior. Billy, this guy, his footwork is amazing. His foot speed, he never touches the ground. I called him a ballerina last year. Just so smooth and fast and quick. But what separates him from some of these other young guys is his baseball IQ. It's off the charts. Kid knows how to move runners. He knows when to steal, when to take the extra base, when not to. Those are all things that took me 10 years in the minors to learn before I got to the big leagues. This kid's 23 years old and is a generational star or superstar for sure. So the city is pumped. We got the World Cup coming in 26. The Chiefs are going for their third Super Bowl in 5 years. The Royals have won a World Series since the New York Yankees have, and they're going to win another one here real soon. There's an energy in this city that's been so fun. We've been living here 13 years, and I tell you what, Ripper, it is just a quality city. These people are philanthropic. They love to take care of other people. It's a great fit.
So you mentioned Bobby Witt's foot speed and running, and I got to go back to a story when we were teammates in Rochester in 1987, and I tell this story and people look at me like I'm crazy. You raced a quarter horse on the field, and they had set up for the 40 and the 60. And you beat the horse through 40. So somebody like you had some foot speed of your own. You remember that?
Yeah, Ripper. I'll never forget it. I have a picture somewhere in my archive of that, me lining up with another teammate. Actually, the other guy on the other team, the main guides. I believe he was a center fielder named Ward. He could run too. But they set this quarter horse out. They had the jockey all suited up in his outfit. He's ready to race. And we're down that third base line in Rochester. Nobody's in the stands. And I'm saying, really? Are we gonna I'm gonna beat this horse. I'm gonna beat him. So we take off, and I had him. Like I said, I took one little peek to the left, and I thought I had a head on him. And then he took off. And then when I slowed down to stop, that horse was picking up speed and almost jumped over the center field wall with the jockey on it. I mean, we were cracking up. I couldn't believe it, but it was some stupid promo, but I loved Rochester. That was fun.
Hey, because your career and Bill's career intersected, and because you played, I'm learning, as an Angel when Cal was getting close to 21-31. You kind of unwittingly had a role as as an ancillary character in that record pursuit. We came upon some video that we want to remind you of. Do you guys have that video ready to roll there, Devin, for Rip and for Rex? Roll it. Take a look.
He went down the right field line first, so I was kind of walking that way. I was like a kid. I was like I was sleepwalking. And I followed him, and then he went down to right field. Then he went to center, and I found myself out in the center field area. Came down the line, and when he crossed my teammates and started giving my teammates hugs and fives and everything, that's when I said, Hud, you missed your chance. What an idiot. How could you do that? How could you not go? So I started heading towards the dugout, but then he got through the dugout and he started back behind the screen where his family was. And so by that time, I said, Hud, it's too late. You missed your chance. He sent a bat over to me after the game was over. That day, he thought of me, a lowly utility player. Cal, you're the man. And oh, by the way, I do have some other stuff for you to sign this summer.
Did you ever get it signed? Did you ever get the other stuff signed?
Yeah, because, see, that was a historical game that'll never happen again, and we knew it. And so I got I bought a whole bunch of programs that they sold that day. And so I got that and a dozen of those beautiful baseballs that had the number 8 sticker on it, and they were stitched in orange. And, man, so I got all that stuff, and sure enough, like a champ, he signed them. But, the greatest thing was in the 5th inning when they were all getting these baseball souvenirs, my teammates were, with 2 outs, you catch a third out, you get to keep the ball. You couldn't get a foul ball. It's hard to get a foul ball. I only played against left-handed pitching, but for some reason, Marcel Lashman played me against righties at Bucina, and so I was in that game. And so I remember early in the game, Matty, there was a fly ball right center, and I'm waving it off Tim Salmon. He calls me off for the third out, and he catches it. I had it. We're running back to the dugout, and I go, Fish. I said, Kingfish, that was my ball. Shake yourself. Why'd you steal my? He had his souvenir, and he goes, oh, you'll get one, Hud. So 5th inning, bases get loaded. Here comes Rafael Palmeiro to second base. I'm playing second. And Palmeiro looks at me and he goes, Hud, isn't it fitting? The baseball gods are here. Cal's coming up with the bases loaded and 2 outs. Isn't it beautiful? The streak became official after 5 innings. So I go back to my position. I went, wow, that's a lot for me to digest. But I asked God, many things I asked him, but I asked him one, please have him hit the ball to me. I need that here. So I go back to my position. First pitch, it's in on his hands. He flips one out to right center. And I remember going back for the ball. I remember running and going, Hud, if you have to break your neck, you got to catch that ball. And I ran, it was slow motion, and I caught that sucker on the dead run, and I shook it because I couldn't believe it. Now, God answers prayers, but I never thought he would on the ball diamond, and it came right to me, and I shook it, and the crowd at Camden booed me because they thought I was showing up Cal.
Oh, you were just happy to get the souvenir onion.
Are you kidding?
Oh.
Now, I didn't bring my ball to Fresno, so I need a baseball to talk, but I found an apple. That's
All right.
helping me out.
That's good.
So,
that
Hud,
works, man.
the funny thing about that is I was telling Matty V the story because on Junior's parade around the field, which was 22 minutes, by the way, Junior, that's milking a little bit. You could have made it 15. But anyway, I was in the front row seats. And when I saw you catch that, I knew exactly what you were doing. Not only did you shake it, but then you almost like tucked it away. And you're running off the field like a madman, almost like racing the quarter horse. And I watched you run down the steps in the dugout, and you were gone. Because I'm assuming you took that ball straight up to your locker and buried it somewhere.
Yeah, how much did you get for it on eBay when you put it up on eBay? How much did you get?
Oh, no. Hey, look, real quick, though. So we're in a pennant race. This is in September. The Angels were in a pennant race in 95. I ran right by my guys who were trying to give me a high five for stealing 2 ribbies from Junior. And so I forgot that. Forget you. I'm putting my baseball away so nobody sabotages me. I'm going to put my souvenir away. But as I'm running up to the locker, whenever the president of the United States is in the house, there's Secret Service everywhere. Secret Service men stepped in front of me, and here I'm running. And
he's running up there like a madman.
Yeah, and they said, nobody runs around when the president's here. And I said, yeah. The president didn't catch Cal Ripken Jr.'s foul ball, though. I mean, his ball, did he? You move over, I got to put this ball away. So I put it away. That was one of the greatest games I ever played, and it had nothing to do with me, just another 0 for 4.
That's awesome. Hud, you're the best, man. We appreciate you coming on with us.
Hey, wait, Matty, come on now. Let's go.
Okay.
We're representing Chiefs.
For you.
We're representing Royals. Junior, I call you Junior, Billy, and one more time I'm going to slap myself.
It's okay, dude.
Billy, I love you. How much fun we had. Thank you for being a great crewmate.
You're the
Matty,
best, Hud.
You are too. Thanks, guys.
Good to see you, man.
Royals, watch out. It's going to be an exciting year. We're all pumped.
Say hi to all the Armos in Fresburg. Way to go, dude.
Believe it.
Rex Hudler with us on the Friday Stoke.